Hey guys, so I'm on day 5 of semen retention, and today we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna go the rest of the year. Oh, sorry, let me close. I'm going to go the rest of the year on semen retention and beyond. And the only excuse that I'll have is to not retain is when I create a kid with my wife. And that is the only circumstance. It's not the reason that I'm doing it. But it is the only circumstance, right? It's one of the reasons I'm doing it, of course, but it's not a reason that is the only reason that I do it. I mean, there's more important things that I'm doing right now. And yes, you should be not looking for a wife on retention, but just eventually it's a good idea. But you don't have to. You can just do it, the rest of your life, really. You can do it with girls that you like, that you're not married to, but you really trust them, like special girls. I think that is from my point of view, I wouldn't do that necessarily, but I don't think that it's as wrong as just, oh, you have this one girl and then you have sex with another kind of thing, right? That kind of thing, right? So I just wanted to make that clear. And again, I'm not saying you're bad if you do that. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you do that, like anyways, like if you're promiscuous or not. But I'm just saying that, yeah, that is just my viewpoint on it personally. Now, with retention, I am going to go the rest of the year, and I'm going to promise myself that it is a lot of pressure, but the pressure will build you on retention, like, and it has to succeed. Even today, as crazy as it is, on a 5-day streak, the visual perception has gotten insane to certain degrees. Very, very, very like heavy visual perception, audio perception. When it comes to music, especially, it just sounds like better. Like when it comes to music on retention, you can almost hear this like spiritual side of the auto tune, which is interesting. Like you can hear like this drippiness of the voice in the auto tune. Like there's like this drippy, watery kind of like voice. It's very like that I didn't pick up on before, but I can hear more of the frequency of the auto tune. I can hear the darker kinds of the auto tune and like the lighter kinds of like if they're like good intentions or bad. I can hear like the sadness in some people when they make music. I was listening to this song by Young Thug, and you could hear the sadness in his voice. Just pure, just he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to. Well, he wanted to be there, but he didn't. It's almost sounded like wasn't like he was sure of himself, but he wasn't sure that he could keep going. Like, what's the point? Kind of thing. But it's very confident sounding, very confident. That's why I like Young Thug, because he's very, very interesting of how he presents himself, like in an androgynous way, but he's very like stoic looking, like very like looking like he has a lot of testosterone in his body, like very masculine presence, while being very feminine, wearing dresses in covers, music videos, still talking about like kind of like tougher stuff, like committing crimes, or like having sex with beautiful women, like doing substances, like very like almost like extreme masculinity in a bad sense. Not to say extreme masculinity is bad in a good sense, because it's not, but like in almost like a hyper masculinity of derogatory way of like or like a aggressive, like kind of like we're going to war kind of way, like you're a war general kind of like in the field, just like ready to like go at it. It's respectable, but I think it is kind of damaging to the public to a degree to promote ideas like that. Obviously, now again, I have free speech. I think people can promote it. I'm okay with rap music. I listen to hip hop. Censorship is wrong of music. It's just not right. It doesn't matter my personal viewpoints on it. Like, it really doesn't. I still enjoy the music because there's an aspect I like of it where it's like, okay, like I respect that, you know, and it's fun to listen to. It really is fun to listen to. But it's an aspect of that where it's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Like, I understand that life is hard. Like, no, again, no, literally, like, no hate from it, no shaming from it. Just, I totally understand where he's coming from, where other rappers are coming from, when, and, I always say that, well, a thing that I haven't talked about in retention is it's interesting that it it's almost subconscious, like the institutions are social engineering or like energy harvesting like people, but they don't know they're doing it. Like, sure, they know it's damaging, but they don't know like how much of the damage they're doing. They're not like going out there trying to be like, oh, let's like damage society and like we can like make a profit off of that. They're just making a profit in general, and they're doing it and the artists are doing it for the art form. They're not trying to like hurt society in like a way of like malicious, right? They know it's wrong, but they're not coming from a place. It's a subconscious thing. Like, the people who are at the top that are like harvesting the energy, they don't know that they're doing it in the institutions. And I'm pretty supportive of institutions in a 70% like way, where I support like academic institutions, like military, sociological science, like organizational, corporate institutions that are pretty to the left to a degree, but I still disagree with them to a degree. Like, the tactics that they use for, like, for example, censorship are too extreme ideas. But we're not gonna talk about that in the video. But the institutions don't know that they're harvesting energy frequency, to the degree that they think. Like, because even like power plants or whatever can have an energy frequency to them that like affects the environment, right? It can affect like the environment, like the way people think or talk, or like whatever the case. It's like even rappers who do mumble rap, like, there's a certain reason why that's the case. The reason why is because of drug culture. It slurs your voice to such a degree that you sound like almost like another kind of human. Like, it's almost like an evolution in a way. It's like an evolutionary track that's like different from other people. I'm not saying it's bad that that's the case. I'm just saying that I'm not like morally putting a weight on it, but I'm saying it's an interesting idea. It is harmful for sure to society, but it's not like immoral necessarily. Like, I don't believe in morals, but I do believe in sin, but I don't think that you can prove a morality necessarily. I don't think that. So that's just like my viewpoint, like, personally. Even though I am a Christian, I have a lot of like unorthodox views on Christianity. I'm a New Age Christian, right? I believe in like New Age practice, and I'm a Christian. So that's kind of like an interesting thing. But so with semen retention, you notice that there's energy harvesting going on, more clearly. Like, what's going on. Like, there's pulling at your energy, like your brain frequency. And a lot of things happen on retention, and like there's the succubus, like I said a few nights ago, two days ago now, or really one day ago. I feel like it was like the morning of last day. It was like very early, like in the AMs kind of thing, like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. I don't really remember when it was, but it was pulling in my energy frequency, like scanning my brain frequency, and I could feel it doing it. A lot of entities will pull out your brain frequency, whether it be like neutral, good, bad, or dark, or like light. It depends on what your perception of it is. However, yeah, I'm going to go the rest of the year on retention, and I am doing it for myself, my myself with training, with eating the healthy diet that I can, and for my future family and my wife, and for the people around me to help them grow as well, and help them grow in the best way that they can by being an example for them. And so that is what I'm trying to do on this journey, is a lot of different things. And I love the benefits of retention as well. Some of them do become more meaningless over time and that are more superficial, like stares in public, for example, and stuff like that. It's a good thing to a degree because then you can strike up conversation and get to know somebody that's high vibrational or maybe also on retention. So it can be a good thing and a bad thing, but it is important to keep your mind clear because on retention, your brain, your energy is so high that there are certain people that can be affected by it, by you not, by subconsciously, because your frequency is so high, your aura field, it can affect other people negatively. So you have to make sure that you're really positive on this journey of semen retention in a general sense. So that being the case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. I will be posting one soon.